Most people believe intelligence is about having good answers. They admire people who respond quickly, people who sound confident, people who seem to know. But if you study how genuinely intelligent people think, researchers, scientists, great teachers, strong leaders, you begin to notice something quieter, but far more powerful. They don't rush to answers. They spend time shaping the question. In an AI-driven world, this difference matters more than ever. Because AI will always give you an answer, but it cannot tell you whether you asked the right question in the first place. That responsibility still belongs to you. We are living in a time where answers are cheap. You can generate explanations, summaries, solutions, and opinions in seconds. You can ask the same question 10 different ways and get 10 different responses. And yet, confusion is increasing. Understanding feels thinner. People consume more information but feel less certain about what they actually know. This is not because AI is making us lazy. It's because it is exposing a deeper problem. Most people were never taught how to ask good questions. A bad question feels harmless. It sounds normal. It sounds reasonable. But bad questions quietly produce shallow thinking. For example, consider the difference between these two questions. What does this topic mean? Versus, what problem was this idea originally trying to solve? The first asks for information. The second asks for structure. AI can answer both, but only one leads to understanding. To think clearly, you must understand this principle. The quality of your thinking is constrained by the quality of your questions. Not your intelligence. Not your memory. Not your tools. Your questions. This was true before AI. It is unavoidable now. Most people ask questions in order to reduce effort. They want faster clarity, shorter explanations, simpler answers. But intelligent thinkers ask questions to increase precision. They use questions to expose assumptions, clarify boundaries, test relationships between ideas. This is why two people can read the same material, use the same AI tools, and walk away with completely different levels of understanding. One collected answers. The other shaped questions. To make this practical, we need to separate three types of questions. Most people only use one. Smart thinkers use all three, intentionally. The first layer, clarifying questions. These questions define what something is. They sound simple, but they are often skipped. Examples. What does this concept actually mean? What is included? And what is excluded? What is the simplest definition that still holds? Clarifying questions prevent confusion, but they do not create insight. They are necessary, but insufficient. AI is very good at answering these. That's not the problem. The problem is stopping here. The second layer, challenging questions. This is where thinking begins. Challenging questions test the idea. Examples. Under what conditions does this fail? What assumptions does this idea rely on? What would contradict this? Most people avoid these questions because they feel uncomfortable. They slow things down. They create uncertainty. But this is where understanding deepens. If an idea cannot survive challenge, it does not deserve confidence. AI can help here, but only if you ask deliberately. Otherwise, it will reinforce whatever you already believe. The third layer, integrating questions. This is the rarest layer, and the most valuable. Integrating questions connect ideas into systems. Examples. How does this idea change how I should act? Where does this fit within what I already know? What trade-off does this introduce? This is where learning turns into judgment. Where information turns into skill. AI cannot do this for you, because integration requires context, your goals, your constraints, your values. This is human work. Now notice something important. None of these question types mention AI. That is not accidental. Because if you rely on AI to think for you, your questions collapse into requests. But if you use AI to think with you, your questions become sharper. AI does not replace thinking. It reveals whether thinking is happening. This is why many people feel overwhelmed after using AI to study or work. They asked, "Explain this to me. Summarize this. Give me the answer." They received output, but they never engaged the structure of the problem. So nothing stuck. A smarter approach looks different. Before asking AI anything, Intelligent users pause and ask, what am I actually trying to understand here? Not, what should I write? But, what relationship am I missing? Not, what's the conclusion? But, what assumptions lead to that conclusion? This shift feels subtle, but it changes everything. Here is a simple rule you can use immediately. If your question can be answered without changing how you think, it is probably the wrong question. Good questions transform your mental model. Bad questions just add information. AI accelerates both. That's the danger and the opportunity. This is why, at Clear Thinking Lab, the goal is never to give you better answers. It is to help you build better internal systems. Systems for thinking. Systems for learning. Systems for working in a world where information is unlimited, but clarity is rare. As you move forward, with or without AI, remember this. Smart people are not defined by what they know. They are defined by what they are willing to question. And the future will not belong to those who can generate answers fastest. It will belong to those who can ask the questions that actually matter. In the next video, we'll break down how to turn questions into repeatable thinking frameworks you can use across subjects, not just with AI, but in everyday decisions. Until then, pay attention to the questions you ask. They are shaping your thinking more than you realize.